I'm going to revert, though, back to last week. When Pastor Aaron here we were talking about the prayer boards over here on the sides and how they get recycled. We keep turning them around. I have a prayer request on that board for almost 5 years now that had not been answered. Still praying, though. Still praying. I've been part of residence/free people now for almost 7 years. Actually, a little over 7. I wrote my daughter's name on this board. Her name is Emily. She had my first grandson, Luca, almost 6 years ago. He'll be 6 in August. They wanted to have another child close to Luca in hopes they could, grow up together, be close. Medical condition after medical condition, diagnosis after diagnosis, to no avail. A miscarriage. Still, Luca will be almost 6. There's not a child in this world present yet. But it's still on this board. And praise God, after almost 5 years, she's almost at the end of the first trimester. Okay? So she found out really early. So don't tell me blobs and cells. We have a heartbeat. We have arms and legs and eyes, and we can see this child in all of its glory. But this testimony isn't about me. It's not about her. It's about what God can do, what He will do for you in His own time. I told her, I said, God spoke to me, Emily. You've had such depression, anxiety over it all. I've had prayer for her here. She's had prayer for herself at her church. I said, God spoke to me and said, once Luca is 6, there will be another child. This was a few months ago before we knew anything. We took a little overnight trip in March, just the two of us, and we talked. And I said, Melissa Lute, wherever you are, I said, you need to listen to her testimony, because I said her struggle was very similar to yours. And I said, you have to give it to God. We just have to give it all to God. We can't keep holding on to it. We can't harbor it. We just need to give it all to God. And she said, Mom, you know what? She said, I feel better right now than I ever have. She said, I go to church. We go every Sunday. We take Luca to kids' church. And she said, I'm okay. She said, if it's not this month, it'll be next month. And if it's not at all, she said, I've got one great kid and I'm okay. And I said, praise God, because that's what you need to do. And it wasn't a month later, she goes, Mom, Mom, I've taken a couple tests. I've went to the doctor. I'm going for an ultrasound this week, and she couldn't have been maybe 5 weeks. Praise God, it was there. Praise God, it was there. So we have another baby and another prayer on this board answered after almost 5 years. So no matter what your struggle is, God is in this place. He is in this place. When I started here, praise hands wasn't a thing for me. Okay, I would sing and I might do a little of this, but now I'm like, praise God, because it's all in His name and in His glory that any of this comes through. So no matter what your struggle is, God is in this place. Seek prayer if you need prayer. Just talk to someone, because sometimes that's all you need is just to talk to someone, just to get it off your chest and let it out. But there's struggles. And even after almost 5 years, struggles can still be answered. So praise God, everybody. Praise God today.